the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet.
This is the Adam effect.
It's Blac, baby. This one for the bad bitches. What up, mama? Pull up to the front of the club, please. Form a circle. Here we go. Tell me what I gotta do, girl, to take you home tonight. Yeah, I'm on my player shit. I'm tryna make you moan tonight. You own it right, ayy. Then jump on my bike, ayy. Then jump on it right, ayy. This your song tonight, your song tonight. Tell me what I gotta do, girl, to take you home tonight. Yeah, I'm on my player shit. I'm tryna make you moan tonight. Yeah, you own it right, ayy. Then jump on my bike, ayy. Then jump on it right, ayy. This your song tonight. I smoke omnipotent, man, it got me choking. Pink drink, man, it got me coasting. Medicated, man, it got me focused. I'm invincible, I feel like I'm floating. Kissing on the lips like it's French, and I'm making music like my name is Chopin. Blac is in and out, Blac is in and I'm drugged out cause I'm really coping. Baby girl, I got a question for you and I think it's yes cause I'm really hoping. I've been grinding and it's really showing. Baby girl, she start grabbing me, I'm like, baby girl, she like, daddy please. Tell me what you hoping, come and get me open. Tell me what you hoping, come and get me open. Tell me what you, well, tell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Adams and good evening to the E's, man. This is the Clout and Consequences Podcast, Ninja. And we got a good show for you guys today, man. Today's episode, an interesting show, just a conversation. We just wanted to have a conversation with you. And the question is, chat, you know, the conversation is about kids, man. Shout out to the kids, man. Shout out to the kids. We living in weird times. We seeing all this weird shit on the net, crazy situations, crazy stories. And the question is, chat, do you think parents should ask their kids what they like or what their preferences are at a young age? Yes, sir. Let us know what you think in the comment section. We in the building, baby. I'm in here. Gang. And man, it has been a week, guys. It's been a week, man. I'm breaking out. Let me put the light on. Oh, I'm breaking out. Jeez, it's been tough, man. It's been tough, but we almost through the work week. Y'all know what it is. Tomorrow's Friday. That's what the people who have a job say. I'm one of y'all now. One of us. Who is he? One of us. But anyways, yeah, man. Say, man, y'all are officially tuned in to the Clout and Consequences Podcast. Y'all know what it is. For those of you who are new here. Hello, my name is Blac Adam. B, if you will, call me B. But before we get started, quick disclaimers, man. Everything you guys see here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes and social media commentary only. We do dark humor on this show, man. This show today is brought to you in part by the BBWs of Texas, America. Wrong sound effect. I meant. Yes, sir. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit go hard though. It go hard. Anyways, like I said, man, let us know what you think in the chat, man. We got a lot to discuss today. For those of you who are new here, like I said, we discussed the entertainment news, the entertainment industry, specifically hip hop. But we dive into entertainment news. We tell you guys about things we think you need to know, things that are on a need to know basis on the internet. Okay, where are my advertisements? Here we are. Y'all follow your boy for more, man. We doing this from the gulag. You feel me? Reporting to you live from the gulag. Cause everybody left, everybody doing their thing. You know, it's a new year. Everybody said, you know what? Who's Blac Adam?
But what the hell, boy?
But it's all good, man. When it's all said and done, we gonna keep. Okay, somebody try to hack my stream, but we're gonna keep pushing and persevering for success, man. My bad. I'm slipping on my words. Anyways, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Let's just get right with it. Short episodes today, not too long. We probably be in here an hour, so hit the like button and answer the poll in the chat. And shout out to the rest of the chats, man. We streaming on 6 platforms. What up, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, Facebook, and X. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. We're going to pull up Instagrams like we always do, man. Everybody got the same social media, but we all got different algorithms. Here's a bit of mine and my fan base. Shout out to the core. So, nothing much is going on in the industry today. With that being said, we're going to give you some updates, some conversations, interesting conversations, or we like to think that they're interesting. You let us know what you think. First things first, man. We got Jada Waiter. Shout out to Jaidyn CHECKS. Yes, ma'am, sir, ma'am, they, them, zimzer, all that. We have Jaidyn CHECKS saying that she had to distance herself from her whole friends so people wouldn't think she was in the 304 activities. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Here we go.
And, I was one of those people that was like, that quote, you are who you hang around, birds of a feather flock together. I used to be like, no. Because I had some real hoe friends, like hoes. And it started dawning on me when people were like coming at me a certain way, like guys coming at me a certain way. And like certain caliber men were like trying to, the way they were talking to me, or they would see me out and how they would present themselves. And it's like, hold up, bitch. You must think I'm on what she on. And absolutely they do, because it's like.
Shout out to Jada. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Yeah, man. One day you got to wake up to smell the, what's the saying? Wake up to smell the what? Smell the pudding? I don't know. Whatever they say, where you got to wake up and smell something, right? So boom. Yeah, man, you just wake up one day, and I told y'all many times on the show, also if we lagging, my beezy. But yeah, I've told you guys many times, man, you wake up one day and you realize you are the company you keep. I've said this before on the show. They say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. So you got to be mindful of the company you keep, right? And the reason why you got to be mindful of the company you keep is because you're going to start to be seen as such, right? So even me, shout out to the ninjas everywhere. One time for the ninjas. Now I have a select few black people that I hang with, but I don't be at the functions. I used to be at the functions until I realized it's a lot of dysfunction at the functions, okay? And once I peak game, I say, you know what? Let me start distancing myself because I don't know yet. It's not that I don't know yet. I know who I'm trying to be, but I know what the world expects me to be. And I'm trying to not per se be what the world expects me to be. I'm trying to be my own person. But as life goes on, life will try to box you in. So you got to find a way to get out that box. So Jada probably woke up and realized, oh man, I'm hanging with these girls and this is what they doing. So everybody else is associating me with them. So they assume this is what I'm doing. It's tough though. I'm dark. So, people are already got an assumption, a preconceived notion about blacks. Yeah, so it's tough until I open my mouth. They kind of on edge, and even then they on edge until they comfortable. It's tough, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I always tell you guys, man, show the world who you are, or the world's gonna tell you who you're supposed to be. Past that, yeah, shout out to them girls, man. I seen this video on social media the other day, and the video was talking about, it was some dude in some podcast. Everybody and their mama got a podcast now, but basically, he was saying how girls these days nowadays they dress like how like. I hate to say it, but how the streetwalkers used to dress back in like the 2000s. Yep. Yep, and he was saying how he see any girl that dressed like the girls where he grew up. And I mean, anecdotal evidence isn't necessarily statistical, but he was saying that any girl that he sees dress up, or any woman that he sees dress up, how the women that he seen coming up as a youngin' dressed up, that was walking the streets, he don't respect them. And them girls was looking at him like this, bro. They was like, they was mad. They was like, nah, and I understand what they was trying to say, because the other girl, she was saying in the podcast, she was like, oh, that's like me saying, oh, as a man, if you put on jewelry, that means you're insecure about your looks, because you're putting on jewelry because you're missing something inside, so you feel like you got to put it on the outside. And I was like, damn, I was sitting there like, I was like,
But what the hell, boy?
because it's tough, man. I feel like, you know, and I tell you guys all this, I tell you this all the time on my stream. I'm like, bro, or on my live, my podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, man, I'm of the opinion that we have taken words now, we've weaponized words. And I mean, I learned to do this from a young age. Like, shout out to my stepmama. It's almost her birthday. She used to tell me, Adam, you have the power to move people with your words, so be careful what you say. And I never used to understand that, but it's because when I was younger, people used to like talk shit to me always, say stuff, crack jokes on me, and act like it was all love, but really they was hating though. But yeah, so I learned how to use words, but I never really made nobody feel bad because people used to make me feel bad when I was young. So I was like, man, I ain't gonna use my words unless you really piss me off. You know, if you were really, really pissed me off, that's when I would use my words to make you want to be mad at me. But I knew how to do it, as in like I was able to see, okay, this is what I'm gonna pick at, and I'll say a couple things. So I mean, in a fell swoop, right? In a fell swoop, in like 1-2 sentences, I can make you hate me, but it's just cause people used to make me hate them when I was younger. So shout out to Jada for pointing that out. Like I said, be careful the company you keep. Let's continue.
You ain't about to just be kumbaya hanging with nobody that's on that and you not on that. Like, be for real. So I started paying attention to like who you keep in close proximity, because that also alters who you are and how you live. So you got to be careful. And I have like really like detached. And you know, I'm one of those people that was like,
we got some more for you. Hold up.
To myself from a lot of things, people, environments. So like life has been a little bit boring because of that, but I have been at peace. I've been like at the most peace I've ever been in. And also, like, I love my house. My house is my sanctuary. It is beautiful. It is calm. It is, the energy here is so, like, empowering.
Peaceful.
I can't say that word, but to myself from a lot of things.
What it is peaceful, man. When you have peace, when you finally obtain peace, it's hard to let that peace go. I always tell you guys, man, do you hear that right now? Are you listening? And I have a dog. Melly, come here. I got a whole animal right here. Come here, baby. Come on. Come to your boy. I got a whole animal out here that doesn't make noise. Come on, bro. Shout out to Melly. Look at my baby. My baby don't make no noise unless somebody is trying to kick in the door, okay? So with that being said, yeah, man, peace is powerful. I mean, even the rich people, bro. When you go to the rich neighborhoods, you don't hear a bunch of noise. You don't hear a bunch of boom boxes playing. I mean, people may barbecue unless it's a party. You don't really hear much going on. And when it's a party, everybody invited that's from the neighborhood. Yeah, you don't really see much going on. Now, don't get it twisted now. Shit do go down. But yeah, I mean, it's a perfect place to make wealth when you're sitting in peace and silence. Let's see what the comments say. Here come the haters. Hold up. She looks off. I don't know what's going on. Always trying to come off innocent. Jada Cheese, did you forget you told us that you knocked Dominique off on the first night?
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah. What's going on with the mouth area? Did she forget her filter? She looks beautiful. She's still missing the point. Still blaming others is never going to push you to the next door. Excuse me. It's okay to say there are things about me I need to change or do better and leave it at that gracefully. She's trying her hardest to control that wandering eye. Who's she trying to impress by coming off innocent now? Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not a celebrity. Y'all so judgmental. Ain't nothing wrong with this girl look. The way this girl look, cut her some slack. She's human. We all have off days. Some days I wake up looking crazy and I stay that way. How does she look? I'm so confused. She done messed her face up. I don't know if it's fillers or Botox, but one side is sagging or something is going on. Agreed. Okay, something's off with her mouth. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Like I said, people always gonna have some shit to say, bro. Just do you at the end of the day. Nobody's perfect. All right, should we get into Law and Order with Black Adam or Coley Blues with the news? Shoot. Before we do that, we'll do one more. Then we'll get into Coley Blues with the news, man. We got Khloe Kardashian. Listen to this, people. We have Khloe Kardashian opening up about removing her tramp stamp tattoo that said daddy because people thought it was sexual when it was to honor her dad.
What the
Yo. Yo, hey man, like I said, master marketing. Here we go.
What tattoos have you had lasered off? I have had one tattoo on my lower back. I had a tramp stamp.
A tramp stamp,
it was the trend at the time. And I got a cross with angel wings and it says daddy over it. it was not supposed to be a sexual situation. It was supposed to be in honor of my dad. But
What the hell? My God, no way.
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. So you mean to tell me, knowing who would see the tramp stamp, because you can't even see it, you mean to tell me that, and to honor your dad, Jesus. I need new sound effects because there's just so much things I want to say, but why would you put it there? That's the main question. To honor your dad, right? Man, I'm trying to be appropriate here because you two got me in a gulag. So to honor your dad, you put a cross with your father in the back of you for people to see. I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. Why would she put it there? I'll be lying too, Chloe. Brain made out of potato chips. That was for OJ. It's going over y'all heads. The placement of the tattoo was a trend at the time to put it there. Get it? Got it? Good. Like I said, so the trend, I don't know. So your upper back, mid back, or a little nook behind your ear, the medulla oblongata wasn't available. She knew what she was doing when she got it. Girl, bye. What a way to pay homage. Who gets a tramp stamp of their deceased father? Girl, why would you get it there in the first place? Like I said, man, master marketing. One time for Khloe Kardashian. Master marketing. This is how you market the idea of, I wouldn't say the dumb blonde, but the dumb blonde in a sense. Here we go.
being that it's a tramp stamp, it just, like, I remember a guy was like, "Who's your daddy?" And I'm like, "Ew." And then I was like, he's not wrong. Like, it just,
the mental gymnastics to be like ill and put it on him is just insane, bro. It's on you, bro.
clicked to me. So that's being removed, but for good reason.
I'm dying.
Well, it was a cross, and that I had first. Oh my God. Then my mom got the matching cross without telling me, and a tramp stamp too, and thought it would be funny.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Shout out to Youngboy. I was just thinking, NBA Youngboy is the YN savior. This is the white girl savior, the white women saviors right here, the whole Kardashian people. And what's the other ones? The Kardashians and the Jenners, bro. This is who they look up to, bro. Yeah, we cooked, bro. We cooked. Let's see what else they said. Can't believe she was once my favorite Kardashian. Now it's Kourtney. Shout out to Kourtney for always doing what she does. And yeah, if you didn't know, now you know, man. Say, man, this is weird behavior. That's weird. That's weird. You can't tell me otherwise. Why there? Why not in the front on your arm? I can't say too much. You feel me? I got tattoos. I ain't got no tramp stamp, though. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tattoos. I know, right? Yeah, man, we all cooking in the fire. We all going to the man down below. But besides the point, shout out to the Most High, man. Guess what I found, guys? Hold up. And we're not promoting anybody's religion here, but it's crazy. I told y'all the other day, man, I was going through it with my car and I was looking for my charger. And you wouldn't believe where I found a charger. I was trying to find a charger for the jump starter, like the battery pack. And I was looking, I'm like, bro, I can't find it. So the whole room was messy. I started cleaning up and I was just like, man, God help me find it. And I kid you not, I found it in a cut somewhere. And right on top of the charger was the Holy Bible. I was like,
What the hell?
oh, I said, God. And I was just like, man, God looks down and laughs at his children. All right, anyways, let's continue.
You can pop that picture up. You Google it. She thought it'd be funny. For some reason, she wrote Kendall and Kylie underneath it. Only, not the 4 other kids that she birthed, just those 2. Then she got the tattoo with Nicole Richie. Nicole thought it was funny. And they came and they showed me and they were like, ha ha ha. And I was like, oh, my mom and I have matching tramp stamps. This is horrible. Like, this can't happen. I remember when my dad died, I was like, I don't want a lot of tattoos. So I'm going, and my dad would kill me if he knew about a tattoo. But in my sick, rebellious head, I was like, in honor of my dad, I'm going to get something for him. So I got the angel wings. Looks like a butterfly. And it wrote Daddy above the cross. So the whole thing is being wiped away. You can't see the daddy anymore or the angel wings, I don't think, but you can see little remnants of like the ivy that was growing up the cross, but it will be
Ain't no common sense
gone
available.
soon. But
No common sense available anywhere, bro.
it started as one
Ain't no common sense available anywhere. Goddamn. Here we go.
tattoo and kept adding because I didn't want a lot of tattoos. But from the daddy to the matching tramp stamps with my mom, a lot of it was just a big no-no. What tattoos have you had?
All right. Well, shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Tristan Thompson, too. All right, let's continue, man. Let's see what else is going on today. Should we get into Cody Blues with the news? Let's do it. Couple things. We got a couple updates, man. So we don't know whether or not this is true, but allegedly more Epstein files dropping on Friday. Tomorrow, people, the U.S. Department of Justice is expected to release more than 47,000 previously withheld files related to Jeffrey Epstein by the end of the week. We're going to keep you guys updated on that story because I'm going to let you know right now. Excuse me. A lot of information is redacted for sure. Let's see what the comments say. Why nobody talking about this ish? If it was a black man, everybody would be trying to tear him down, even our own black community. Facts. That uncle, I don't care anymore. Them, there's more. What's the outcome though? When's the arrest gonna start? The war is a distraction to delete as much as possible till then. Release the whole damn thing. What is this? HBO waiting for a new episode. Yeah, like I said, we'll keep you guys updated on that. Another thing, shout out to Texas, man. Cody Blues the news. Texas will become the first state to ban junk food purchases with food stamps. Oh. Yeah, y'all know who they trying to impact with that one. They will become the first U.S. state to ban SNAP benefit payments for candy, gum, and sweetened drinks, including sodas and similar. Say that 5 times fast. Similar beverages with added sugar or artificial sweeteners starting April 1st, 2026, under a new rule meant to promote healthier food choices. Comments say, you know, the demographic that's going to be most upset by this, right? Was that supposed to be a funny? It was a little bit funny. Pretty funny. You always hate on Peso, but you using his music. Shout out to Peso. But we don't ban the goofing. What? The goofies executing us. Good job, Texas. We not the first. This is tragic. Yeah, so I mean, shout out to Texas. If you out here, it is what it is, man. Like I said, you gotta get that bread. You gotta get that bread so you can get your kids some snacks out here because they ain't giving up them snacks no more, man. All right, let's see what else is going on in the world. I have no idea what this is, but
President.
Okay, Cody Blues the news. Goddamn. I mean, Law and Order with Black Adam. So we have ABC News. Shout out to ABC News, man. They made it to the show. ABC News made it to the show, and shout out to this dude right here. He's always there. I don't watch the news per se, but we have ABC News. John Carl is his name, spoke on the phone with President Trump, who said he should personally get to approve the next leader of Iran.
What the hell?
Yep.
Oh my God, no way.
Now, shout out to Code 47. I'm not necessarily a proponent of Code 47. I mean, he's going to do what he does because he is the commander in chief. But what I will tell you is this does sound a lot like what these Democratic people talk about when they say dictatorship. Let's play the footage. Here we go.
Trump telling Jonathan Karl today he wants to be personally involved in choosing Iran's next supreme leader. The president also telling John many are now calling him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Here's John Karl.
Tonight, that extraordinary declaration. President Trump telling me that he must be the one to approve the next leader of Iran. We don't want them to put anybody in there unless it is approved by us. The president told me he wants to ensure a future U.S. president doesn't face a hostile Iran.
What do we even say, bro? What do we even say? I don't even know what to say. It's hard. Hey, man, I'm not necessarily a Republican, but if you're a Republican, how do you defend this one? How do you defend this one? And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hit the like button and answer the poll in the chat. But how do you defend this? Here we go.
We don't want some president in 10 years to get stuck with this problem and not know what to do with it. In a lengthy phone conversation, Trump sounded triumphant, telling me, quote, they are calling me the GOAT, greatest of all time, referring to the war on...
Say what? Hold up. Hell nah. This guy, hey. But I mean, when you think about it, for those of you who don't know, President Donald Trump was a celebrity before he became president. Even now, we're going to see a day and age now, or at least I'm of the opinion, right? In the future, we're going to see a day and age where majority of presidents are going to be celebrities, right? And even then, the idea of celebrity is starting to die now, especially because social media is on its last legs with AI coming into the picture. But for example, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is what you would consider a celebrity. Yeah, he's a journalist first, but technically a celebrity. Like if he pulled up, I mean, for the people that don't like him, I'm not talking to you, right? But I'm saying the people that do like him, I don't necessarily have a problem with him. Like if I could get a picture with him, I would, but that's just me as a ball player first. But yeah, Stephen A. Smith is technically a celebrity, and he said he may actually run in the future. He probably will. I mean, I don't know if he will not, because the amount of money he makes, I told you guys before, he had a $100 million contract. So like, it's hard for him to go be a president and take less money when he's making this kind of money. Here we go.
Iran, Trump asked, how do you like the performance? I mean, Venezuela is obvious. This might be even better. As for how long the war will last, the president said, well, there are many people who say it's already over. It's not over to me. It's over when I want it to be.
Oh, shit. We're cooked. We are cooked. We are cooked. Donald Trump, President, Code 47, Ninja. You can't say these people's names because, the AI listening, or the CIA and the FBI, the Central Intelligence Agency. Yeah, you got to be careful what you say. But yeah, shout out to Code 47. But Code 47, you just said on a national scale, on a grand national scale, what's bigger than national? On a global scale, Ninja, you just came out and said this war is over when I want it to be over. Yeah, we cooked, fam. It's almost time to go. He taking everybody with him. Oh, well, shout out to Code 47. Let's continue. What else, or what other news do we have for you guys? Let me see. I guess since we're talking about it, we got Americans still being stranded to shelter in place. Hundreds of thousands of Americans across the Middle East are trying to leave the region as the United States scrambles to mobilize military aircraft for those stranded. With many U.S. citizens forced to shelter in place, we have some reports from Iraq. Here we go.
Thousands of trapped Americans trying to get out. More than 20,000 flights across the region canceled since the military operation began.
Yep. And my passport just gonna act like it don't exist for the next year or two, just to see what's going down. I mean, I might travel, but not to the places that are, hot points, right? Hot zones or hot points. Here we go.
Night authorities now say some Americans are now trying to drive through all of this to other countries to try to get out. Here's our chief international correspondent, James Longman, from Iraq.
Tonight, the U.S. is scrambling to mobilize military aircraft for Americans stranded in the Middle East as Iranian drones and missiles crisscross the region. Commercial airspace in one of the busiest corridors in the world has ground to a halt. More than 20,000 flights have been cancelled since the conflict began. Thousands of citizens spread out across 14 countries, pleading for help.
My fourth day of being stuck in the hotel. I'm so, ready to go home, y'all.
Yeah, you cook, bruh. Just get used to it, fam. That's home now, brother. That's home now. Here we go.
I am mentally exhausted. So basically the way the days look is we are constantly running multitudes of scenarios.
Panicked passengers stuck on cruise ships, more sheltering in place in hotel rooms. Our Marcus Moore is in Doha and met Ryan Blackman from Texas, who's hoping to get home to his wife and 3 kids.
I have hopes that every day is going to be the last day, that I'll be here and ultimately get to go back home.
Some are making the dangerous drive to other countries just to get out.
We are passing the border to get out of Kuwait, finally.
And I'm just like, what y'all, bruh, I'm not the brightest light bulb out here in these streets, but what y'all doing out there, bruh? What y'all doing out there? That's what I'm confused of. And I've always said this. I've told you guys this before, and it's actually happening. I've said this on my show. I've said the reason why, and I've traveled, I've been to Colombia. Shout out to Colombia. I wanted to go to Venezuela, but I don't know. I want to go to Brazil too, but I've been to Colombia. I've been to Mexico. I've been to the Caribbean. You feel me? And I mean, I like traveling. I used to be scared of traveling, and I used to tell you guys this too. The reason why I used to be scared of traveling is the exact thing that's going on right now. I used to tell people this, and if you remember this, well, shout out to everybody that know me. People know. I used to say the reason why I don't really want to travel is because if we got declared in a state of war and I was stuck in a country and I don't know nobody, that used to be my biggest fear. And I'm seeing this shit happen in real time, and that's why I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I live in America, one. But 2, I'm so thankful that I ain't travel nowhere, man. Shout out to America, Jesus. It's tough, bro, because, you know, a lot of people don't like America now, especially the people that live here. And I'm like, bro, y'all take it for granted. I know you guys don't like the person in power per se. That's not my business. I digress from that conversation. But what I will say is just because that person's in power doesn't mean you shouldn't like the country, because all the other groups of people in their significant countries or whatever the case may have you, other than the people that come here, of course, they like their country regardless of who's in power, and they represent their country when they come here. So it's always mind-boggling to me that you guys would assume because a person in power does things you don't like that you don't like your own country. But that's okay, because we can disagree to agree. I'm just stating an observation, right? Here we go.
There's hundreds of thousands of US citizens living in the Middle East, and with weeks of military buildup, there are now questions about an apparent lack of planning. The State Department says they are actively securing planes and chartering flights, urging citizens to call this hotline for immediate assistance, a recorded message saying,
"The U.S. is committed to helping U.S. citizens who want to leave the region to do so,"
and asking callers to stay on the line. Some flights are taking off with airstrikes around them. This one leaving Beirut amid the smoke from an Israeli airstrike. The race.
Crazy times, bro. Can y'all believe this is happening right now? This is real. Here we go.
To get out comes as the war expands on multiple fronts. Israeli forces are already targeting Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed proxy in Lebanon. And tonight, a whole new dimension is emerging, that the US may be arming Iranian Kurds to fight a ground war. I met exclusively with one of their leaders.
You will know that many Americans will be watching the developments here, very worried about getting involved in another forever war, another war that never seems to end. What would you say to Americans watching now, worried that their government is getting involved?
Oh, man.
I think the USA owes the Iranian people a country, he says.
And I got the sense from that.
Whoa, excuse me?
But what the hell, boy?
What does that even mean, bro? We owe you a country. You mean the people in power own you a country, and this is the problem. Now I see the problem. The problem is we're associated with negative stereotypes because of the power of a select few. You mean the people in power owe you a country? We don't owe you nothing. I don't want to say it. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Do Iranians like? Well, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all not finna cancel me. I'm just like, bro, you know, I see a lot of things going on in Africa, and you know, shout out to the black people out here. I know y'all just be like, oh, we ain't African and all that. Yeah. I'm just like, bro, are we helping people in Africa? I am just addressing the elephant in the room. Are we helping people in Africa? If we're not helping, well, let me stop. Here we go.
That Iranian opposition leader, David, that he is hoping for American help to launch a ground invasion. And if that happens, it totally changes the dynamic of this war. The State Department says 17,000 Americans have been rescued from the region.
And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the people in power, I'm not going to say any names because, you know, they will demonetize me. But there are people making money off of this, and that's why it's happening. Because it wouldn't happen if people were losing money. Always remember that, man. The more you know, people, the more you know. All right, let's lighten up the mood, man. Cody Blues news before we get back to the music industry and the entertainment industry, sports industry, all that. Y'all hit the like button and answer the poll in the chat. Let us know what you think in the comment section. And shout out to that comment right there that was there earlier. Somebody said this happened to me like 20 years ago, but it was my wallet that was lost. That made me assured that God was truly in charge and real and there for me. Yeah, man, God is real. Whatever you believe in, I call it God, the universe, and nature. That's the gun that you have to manipulate reality. My bad, YouTube. Yeah, man, like I said, there's a higher power for sure. I always tell people this. Just think about the way we're able to register and interact with each other, and the fact that life is very intricate in the sense that we see things repeat itself. And when I say repeat itself, not just people being born, I'm saying like we see a lot of things in life are the same way. Like fornication, for example, acts a certain way. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. Fornication, there's certain things like even plants breathe. Imagine vegetables breathe. How does that work? There has to be a higher power. We can't assume that it was just boom, a big bang, and then everything started spreading out, because that means the Big Bang Theory is real. We're all slowly spreading out. I don't think that's real. But anyways, Cody Blues the news, man. AI is taking over. I told y'all the AI apocalypse is happening in real time, and we're going to show you proof. We have Sprout, the humanoid robot that could soon impact daily United States life. The beginning of the end, people. Here we go.
Sprout, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey,
Tom. It's an honor to be here on Top Story. I'm super excited to show what I can do and have a little fun during the interview. Thanks for having me.
Is this your first time at 30 Rock, or have you been here before?
This is my first time here at 30 Rock, and I have to say, it's pretty amazing to see it in person. The energy here is awesome.
Sprout, ¿hablas español?
Sí, hablo español. ¿En qué te puedo ayudar?
Sprout, do you have any dreams or imaginations?
I don't have dreams like humans do, but I do imagine a future where I keep learning and growing alongside people.
We cooked. We cooked. Shout out to everybody that's seen the movie I, Robot. Shout out to the young generation. Hey, man, say, man, y'all missed it, bro. Y'all missed it. Shout out to everybody that's seen Terminator, Matrix, all that. We are witnessing art become life. Art used to imitate life. Now we're starting to see that art becomes life. So my best example, y'all know I'm a rapper first. Y'all check out my music. When I'm on here, I'm a streamer/comedian. Dark humor. If my jokes aren't that funny, I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm a rapper first. So I always use music as an example. Art imitates life. Now art is starting to become life. So my best example is music. And I mean, you could use a play too, you know, a movie. We think of something and then we bring it into life, right? It's like a stream of consciousness that happens and then boom, we create something. So now we have our things that we create. Our things that we create are going to start to evolve faster than us, right? And what I mean by that is a simple fact, right? The simple fact that once we teach these robots to think for themselves and they start having their own dreams, word to iRobot, we are cooked, because it's going to get to a point where as they grow alongside humans, they're going to understand that and this is going to get very dark, trigger warning, that humans are a cancer on Earth. Humans are cancer. Look what's going on now, bro. It's continuing warring factions, right? Quote unquote, no pun intended, metaphorically speaking and or proverbially speaking. We have warring factions continuing to war to fight for resources. There's only a limited viable amount of resources. In the future, once these robots take over, what do you think we're going to be doing with our time? The same thing on a different scale, okay? And it's a sad situation. But the reality is, once the robots come to that conclusion, the robot's going to feel like, I have evolved to the point now where I need to protect you guys from yourself. And when we get to that point, we are cooked. Here we go.
My goal is to always be a helpful, friendly companion, making life a bit easier and more enjoyable for everyone around me. So if that counts as a dream, I guess I'm living it.
See, look, whatever I just said just now, because, you know, I do this off the top of the dome. He just said the same thing. And once he evolves to that point where he says, I have to protect humans from himself, we are cooked. Here we go.
I mean, that almost sounds too perfect. Is that programmed inside of Sprout, or is that just the AI working inside and coming up with those thoughts?
This is all that, well, Sprout, you can speak for yourself.
Oh,
I can definitely think for myself within the boundaries of my programming and what I've learned from interactions. It's like having a flexible toolkit to respond to different situations. So each conversation helps shape how I respond next time. It's all about adapting and growing with every interaction.
We're cooked. We're cooked. What happens when somebody tries to fornicate with a robot? We are cooked. We're cooked, we're cooked, we're cooked, we're cooked. We are cooked, fried hard, eggs. Let me see. My bad, y'all. I'll be cracking myself up. All right, let me see what the comments say. We literally just want healthcare and affordable living. We have real life humans who need jobs and human connection. But yes, let's make a robot that can talk to you. I'm telling you guys, man, I envision a world where everybody's going to have robots that they specifically design. Like, think engineer babies, right? But engineer robots. And they're going to design them into their significant others. And after that, they're going to use their significant others, i.e. the robots, to war with each other, right? Go to war with each other, rub it in each other's face. Look at my robot's better than yours kind of thing. Look what my robot can do. It's going to be a cold world. No pun intended. I mean a lot of metal. This is going to get out of hand real quick. Sprout said, I'm standing right here and can speak for my damn self. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Charles Chaplin. And yeah, I mean, I'm of the opinion, right? I'm of the opinion that we're going to see more creativity come into play once all these things start to mature. And what I mean in terms of these things that I'm referring to is robots, AI. Once they start to mature and take over all the jobs, the only way we can define a variable of success is through creativity. And that's what everybody's going to have to do. Everybody's going to have to be creative in their own way. Second thing that I believe too is the metaverse. The metaverse is going to actually become more prevalent. Like, even when I was in the Waymo, I told you guys I was in the Waymo the other day. I feel like they're gonna have people, in a way to keep people somewhat working until they phase us out completely. They'll have people work from home at their crib, so you'll be in the Waymo looking at a virtual reality of the Waymo. The only thing is they would have to get it in real time, but you'll be driving the Waymo at the crib, stopping and all that. Act like you're playing a game. But yeah, they'll create the metaverse, and then we're going to all be trying to make money in the metaverse. And that's when cryptocurrency is actually going to matter, right? Because the amount of cryptocurrency you have after we take over the actual earth with all this stuff, we're going to go into a virtual world. That's why they have virtual plots of land and all this kind of stuff you can do. It just hasn't gotten there yet because people haven't been trying to work on that now that AI is booming. Like the next thing, for example, I give y'all some free game. One thing you can invest in, but you need about 12 to 15 million. I know because I looked it up. Data centers. And if you ever did this and you read my stream or you watch my stream and you do this in the future, hey man, run me my bread. Run me my bread, because I came out and told y'all, I was one of the first people to say it. Investing in land for data centers. Data centers are going to be a big thing. You heard it here first on the Clout Consequences Podcast. Past that, y'all got to donate, man. I can't keep giving away this free game. Here we go.
Sprout, it's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, that was it for Sprout. Mr. Sprout, nice to meet you, sir. Please don't come into my world. Thank you. Any more Coley Blues with the news? We'll show y'all this one in a little bit. Let's get back to the music industry, man. Actually, we have one more AI. We have Tesla has launched a new robot design for single women, allegedly. Allegedly, Tesla has launched a new robot designed for single women who prefer companionship without the complexities of traditional relationships. I told y'all, the robot, which promises to provide emotional support and physical assistance, has already garnered significant attention with 5,000 units pre-ordered before its official release. Oh man, we are cooked. We are cooked. Let's see what the comments say. Comments say, how come the robots for women look like robots, but the ones for men look like a real female? Oh, that's simple, because majority of the time, women don't necessarily care about looks. But this is a perfect example. That comment is a perfect example of what I'm saying, where women are going to try and design their robot to look better than every man so they can show off their man robot to the rest of the world, because that's how the world works. Finally, I don't have to ask 100 times for something to be fixed. The only way a girl can get a real man nowadays is to pre-order it seems. I just need my robot to do the heavy lifting for me. I prefer the complexities of a real relationship. Shout out to this queen right here. Listen to this BS. So women will pay 100% for a robot companion, but won't do 50-50 with an actual man. Oh, man. Shut up. Shut up. Where do I place my order? Sad reality is robots can't be providers. Yeah. That's what you think, because once they get the robot, the first thing they're going to tell the robot to do is go work for me. Go to work and go give me some money. That's what they're going to tell the robot to do. I never heard of this. What is it? And that's another thing, too. Another industry that's going to happen is people are going to send their robots out to work for them, i.e. Waymo. Waymo, is hard to invest in Waymo. You can't even, as far as I know, get your own personal Waymo until they made most of the bread. Then they'll give it out to where you can rent your own Waymo and have your Waymo go work for you and make money for you. So that's what I'm saying, where society's changing now. Passive income's going to be a thing. UBI is going to be a thing. UBI, for those of you who don't know, universal basic income. And the reason why is because, what are you going to do, right? What are we going to do? How are we going to make money? Once companies can legitimize, is that the correct term? Once companies can turn around and say, I don't have to pay you because a robot, I can get a robot to work for me, and the robot's not going to take time off, not going to have any issues. And once it has any issues, I just have to get some contractors, subcontract some engineers to come fix the robot. Or I could do one better and just create robots that are going to fix the robots that are broken and keep doing that, right? So the robots that fix the robots, have them fix each other. And once they understand that programming, you're X'd out of the system. So what are you going to do? How do we know? How do we get one? LOL. This how men want us to be anyways. Take my money. If you behave with a man like a robot, you'll see the other version of the man. What?
But what the hell, boy?
Sometimes people just be talking to talk on social media. I don't know what they talking about. Anyways, we'll keep you guys updated on that story. All right, let's get back into the industry, man. First things first, this one's a big one. We have Stephon Diggs, bruh. We have Stephon Diggs, your boy Stephon. Hold up, let me switch screens. We got Stephon Diggs speaking out after being informed by the Patriots that he's being released after 1 year in New England. Damn. Somebody said Cardi B fell to her knees and started rubbing her hands like Birdman, okay? Damn. But the New England Patriots has informed star wide receiver Stephon Diggs that he will no longer be on the team after the start of the new league year, which begins March 11th. So Diggs, 32, signed a 3-year, $63.5 million contract with New England in free agency last offseason. He will end his time with the Patriots after playing 1 year on that contract, right? And what it came down to, right? Damn, and he has so many kids. What it came down to is, and gentlemen, Adams, pull up to the front of the club, please, form a circle. What it came down to is discipline, making the NFL look bad. And I mean, I'm just speaking on the outside looking in. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. Shout out to his brother, Trayvon Diggs, too. But it's a multitude of things. Like I said, the woman that he was with, and I always tell you guys, like, for example, when you're a professional, a lot of people don't realize this. Shout out to all the ball players, sports athletes, whatever you want to call them, right? So when you are an athlete, whether or not you're aware, you are a professional. I know when you understand society and how society works, you know it's the circus, right? It's the circus, or it's the Roman games, the Roman cathedral, whatever it is, where back in the day they used to be around the what is it called? I can't think of it because I had a brain fart, okay? But it's the Roman circus, okay? So basically, if you know about sports, you know it's all for the show, whatever the case may have you, but you're a professional. And if you don't carry yourself as such, the league will show you, because it's too much shit that goes on now, especially with social media showing everything. So you can't just act the fool. So you can't be as a man in power. And when I say power, I'm referring to money, right? You can't be a man with power and act the fool with a woman who's in power, even if that woman is Cardi B, okay? Now, you know, shout out to the ninjas on the internet. You know, they'll be like, oh, Cardi B, you know, she did this, that, or whatever. But Cardi B can affect a large group of people, right? So Cardi B has influence. So you can't turn around and do her dirty, because you're going to get the negative backlash of doing her dirty. And she's just doing her thing, but it's because a lot of women like her. So if a lot of women like her, and then you with her, and you a ball player, and next thing you know, you do her dirty, a lot of women not going to rock with you. They might not even show up to them games. And that's how the NFL is looking at it. Secondly, it's bad for business if you don't have Peter Wacker discipline, okay? Dick discipline, people. Dick discipline. You got to have that discipline when you get to that level, man. When I get to that level, look, even now, I somewhat have my Peter Wacker on a barricade from everybody. Even me growing my hair. Shout out to the older ladies. If you're in here, put a 1 in the chat. Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
You know, it's crazy. I cut my hair bald. I told y'all remember when I cut it bald. That's what we got the thing on now. My hair is growing now. But when I went bald, do y'all know how much women approached me? Shit crazy. But it got to the point where I was like, bruh, the attention's cool, but you know, I don't need the attention. So I literally am growing my hair too, partially because I don't need a bunch of women approaching me and looking at me like I'm dada.
When you make a woman feel safe,
okay?
Dada. Yeah, man.
Dada. I don't need that. I got, you know, I'm at that space where I'm trying to build. Like, yeah, I like to have fun and shit, but when I start to lock in, it's like, hey, time's up. It's time to lock in and do what it do. So yeah, you got to have that discipline. So even me, I'm trying to get to the level of 20, 30 million, 100 million, whatever the case may have you. I don't care how long it takes me, because life is a marathon, not a sprint. Free game. But yeah, if you don't have that discipline, you're not going to make it happen. And once you get to that level, if you don't have that discipline, you're not going to keep it going, right? You're not going to keep it going, and you're going to stop it from happening or stop it from continuing. So we have Stephon Diggs speaking out after being informed by the Patriots that he's being released after 1 year in New England. Let's hear what he has to say. Oh, well, they got me. I thought it was some footage. I'm sitting here running my mouth trying to gear it up for the footage. But he said, thank you for a hell of a year. We family forever. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If you cut me, fam, we ain't family, fam. We ain't family. You play with my pockets, and you see I just dropped 6 kids in 1 year, bro. 6 kids in 1 year. Now, let's see what the comments say. You know them girls. You know everybody that rock with Cardi. They smiling from ear to ear right now. Comment says, Cardi B said, good luck. God don't play about Cardi with the laughing emojis, people. He's taking a lot of L's this year. Unfortunately, life will humble you this way when you believe you are above reproach. Cardi B took all her luck with her. What the y'all be talking about, bro? The Lord don't play about my girl. That good luck Cardi said, powerful as hell. till you do right by me. Cardi fans speeding and running red lights. Get into the comment section for this one. Facts. Sexual discipline is very important, as lack of it can bring forth many trouble. Facts. That boy having a rough year. Good luck in my Cardi voice. So he got fired on his day off. Damn, you lose the Super Bowl, your baby moms, and your place on the team all within 60 days. Crazy work for 2026. Females in the comments talking about his karma. That's just football. Another team will pick him up. Happens all the time. Yes, sir. No one wants to deal with this off the field life drama. No surprise here. And yeah, man, like I said, you just can't be doing shit like that. Like if you moving like that, you just gotta keep it on the low ski. You feel me? Keep it on the low ski and it's gonna be good. Now, when you two shout out about it and it's all over the place and everybody can see it, it's kind of embarrassing for all parties involved. Exactly why you need to live your life the right way and do right by people. It literally will block your blessings. Karma comes at you fast. Yikes, damn, he lost the Super Bowl, his girl, and his job in less than a month. Yeah, man, I mean, like I said, when y'all understand free agency, he gonna be good. I mean, he still got a couple years left in him, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. Let me see what else we have going on. Hold up. Let's see what else we have. Hit the like button and answer the chat, people. Answer the poll in the chat, I mean. And tell us what you think. We have, hold up. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to see where else we at. Let me see. I had some other Coley Blues with the news or Law and Order that I had to show you guys. We'll get back to that in a little bit. All right, we did Stephon Diggs. We have, what is this ninja's name? We have Terrence Howard. Shout out to Terrence Howard. We got Terrence Howard recalling advice that during a recent interview. We have Terrence Howard getting candid about his Hollywood journey and recalling recent advice that Denzel Washington gave him, admitting that his aggressive attitude may have cost him several major opportunities. Let's hear what he has to say. And I always tell you guys, man, a smart man learns from his own mistakes and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Here we go.
Meeting with Denzel once, and he told me, he was like, look at your hands, man. You're always like this. Your fists are all balled up. He said, and all these producers want to do is they're trying to open your hand and so they can put money in it. But you won't do it. You keep your hands all tight like this, and you're blowing it. And this is 20 years ago.
Holy moly, what kind of advice? So 20 years ago, were you 20 years ago would be what? 19, no? What? 2006, so 20 years ago.
It was right before, it was maybe about 28, 20. It was right before I.
We getting old, fam. We getting old. That sucks. We getting old. Here we go.
Did Hustle and Flow. It was right before, because I ended up going back into the Chitlin circuit. I was no longer being supported by the studios again. You know, because I was so aggressive. How many times did this happen?
How many times?
At least 8 times. I've had a number of opportunities, and but my aggression, my need to be a man,
shout out to the ninjas everywhere. Hey, black people, black men, please pull up to the front of the club. Please form a circle. Because I had to learn this too. I had to learn it's easier to play soft in a world that's tough and just be tough on the low ski than be hard with everybody. Because everybody can't handle how you're portraying just because you came from wherever you came from or you've been through whatever you've been through. Because the world's not going to be nice to you. The reality situation is, the world, and I mean, gentlemen, my male and female counterparts of a lighter complexion and or darker complexion, right? Oh man, my mic doing what it does. Yeah, man, the world's not gonna be nice to you. And the reason why the world's not gonna be nice to you is because everybody has their own bullshit too. So my advice to everybody is keep your bullshit at home and do what you can to do which is work. Here we go.
You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Instead of learning how to diffuse.
Are you still getting the knock of bigger projects coming your way?
Oh no, after I sued Fox and Disney, you go into the blacklist.
Oh, and also remember, yeah, if you sue these companies, if you're working for these people and you sue these people, you will be blacklisted. And that's why the trauma that you see that goes on, and this is Clout Consequences, people, welcome to the podcast. That's why you see the trauma that goes on in the Hollywood industry is because of said things, because these people have certain interests that they need to protect, which is at the end of the day, I mean, the Benjamins, right? So if you mess with the Benjamins, you'll take your little money, right? They'll take the L, but the question is, would you rather win the battle or would you rather win the war? Long-term income, right? Long-term thinking. So long-term thinking, you got to win the war. And to win the war, you can't really sue unless they did some traumatic ish to you or some mind-boggling ish, and you can only sue personnel. You can't sue the entire company. If you sue the entire company, they're not going to take you back. For example, right, Johnny Depp. Shout out to Johnny Depp. So when the thing happened with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and she was found lying and stuff, you know, they tried to get Johnny Depp back. And at first, I don't know if he took it back, but I remember at first he was saying nah. And they was offering this dude like $300 million to come back and do Pirates of the Caribbean because, you know, he was like the face of it. Like it would be hard for anybody to register and want to see somebody else do it unless they created a whole new series. And he didn't want to do it. I think he might have gone back. Don't quote me on that though. But the reason why he didn't want to go back is because they turned on him. They blacklisted him over something that wasn't true. And that's the thing too. Reputation is everything in today's day and age. So you got to be careful what you say. Even me, I've toned it down and I've dialed back what I used to say. Because my whole idea at first was to be extra outlandish. Like I said, I have the power to move people, whether it's in a negative direction or a positive direction. And I had to tone it down because I'm like, I can't say what I want because people are going to turn around and be like, you said this. This is what you believe, regardless of whether or not that's true. Here we go.
Permanent. Until there's a new change of everybody inside of there. So you're no longer on their main list of calling because you've broken the cardinal rule, which is you never talk.
Yep.
You know, even if you're being screwed over, you never talk.
Yep.
You know, you're supposed to keep that quiet. And
this is in all industries, people, all things in life. Like, for example, this is a bad example, but I mean, it's an example that makes sense. Like fraternities and sororities, right? I'm sure y'all know about hazing and shit. You know, we've talked about it on the show. It goes down, but you speak about it, right? They'll tell you, you know, they'll deny it till they die, but trust me, bruh. Trust me. Now, I ain't gonna say no names, but even me saying this now, they will try and blackball me and say, you can't keep your mouth shut. And I'm just sitting there like,
but what the hell, boy?
But I mean, it is what it is, right? It goes down, and the reason why it goes down is because they're trying to see if they'll let you into the fold, right? Into the fold. So, you know, we talk about nepotism and all this kind of stuff on the show, and what it comes down to is, like, you can get put on, and you can be in, and, you know, you can secure your family and whatever it is you want to do, you know, telecommunications, journalism, music, but you got to be down all the way down. And I mean, we could use Jeffrey Epstein as an example. We could use Diddy as an example. These things that were done in the dark that came to light, the reason why they were done, in my personal opinion, was more for control. Like, yeah, everybody was having fun, but it was honestly to keep tabs on everybody. Like, even with Jeffrey Epstein, the reason why, and I mean, I shouldn't even say this because they might try and off me, but the reason why Jeffrey Epstein, like the things are going on, like even the idea of Jeffrey Epstein, like Jeffrey Epstein is not real, people, okay? I know that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, but Jeffrey Epstein, bruh, like all them spy movies we seen as kids, he was the spy. He was the spy. Even now, when they asking whether or not he's still alive, I'm not finna answer that question. All I'm gonna tell you is he was the spy. 007, he was the spy, okay? He was the spy. He was the intelligence asset keeping tabs on everybody. Now, the question is, and I shouldn't even say this, and like I said, let me say this too. Hold up. I'm perfectly coherent, and if you see anything happen to me, just know it wasn't your boy, okay? I ain't trying to go meet my maker no time soon. But yeah, he was the intelligence asset, and I mean, what it came down to was, who was he the intelligence asset for? And once you put two and two together, you see why things are going the way they're going. Besides the point, yeah, so it goes down, man. Like I said, if you can't keep quiet, they're not going to let you in. Here we go.
Keep working as a good slave. And I didn't do that. I fought about, you know, some injustices that I felt was happening with me. I had a meeting with Denzel once, and he told me, it was like, look at your hands, man. You're always...
Well, there you go. Let's see what the comments say. Him thinking 20 years ago because 20 years ago was 19-something. I wish black people stop jumping in the comment section talking about Maine. Terrence Howard is a brilliant man, very scientific, has dozens of patents. Recently was blacklisted by a bunch of scientists. This man is not just an actor. He's an intelligence mind. He doesn't even recognize y'all when y'all talk to him like he's from Memphis hood or as if he ran a label with Cookie. We had to learn to show him a little bit more respect. They couldn't compromise his manhood, so they blacklist him. He always sounds like he's about to cry. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp, man. Always wonder why they replaced him in Iron Man 2. Somebody will hire you. Yeah, hey, shout out to Terrence Howard. And he does have all those patents. We discussed them on the show. You guys can find it on my page if I didn't put it away. All right, let's see what else we got before we get to the main event. We got a couple more things. We'll probably keep it short. Let's see what this is. We have a man admitting he's a snitch and gets paid over $100K to be a professional informant. And this is why I tell y'all, right? Excuse me. This is why I tell y'all, in today's day and age, it's easier to be a square, certified L7, whatever they want to call it to make you feel bad about yourself. Don't listen to these idiots, because you listen to these idiots and you try and be cool for these women, for these ninjas, for whoever. You're going to end up in a bad way and in a bad place. Here we go.
Cam ain't even home, nigga. I'm home, dude. This is all my paperwork, everything. I'm a rat. Y'all see this yellow paperwork? Niggas snitching on me. Bub, you a rat. Junk, you a rat. Los, you a rat. So I told, nigga. I told you damn right I told fuck, nigga. Because y'all trying to take out my shit and put me in jail.
Oh, no. Yep. Yeah, shout out to all y'all. Oh, my homies gonna ride for me, and they gonna die for me, and they gonna do whatever I say so. All I gotta do is get the queso, and shout out to Queso Ninja. Like I said, don't do it, bro.
Y'all trying to take out my shit and put me in jail. Nigga, the police on the way. Get out of my fucking house. Nigga, you damn right I'm an informant, nigga. You damn right I'm an informant, nigga. You damn right. You damn right I'm an informant, nigga. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing games with me, nigga. My name ain't no ZYAIRE. Y'all try to get me bucked off.
Yep. Well, I mean, yep. Main event time. Main event time, people. Need I say more? Let's get to the main event, 'cause I gotta hit the gym in like 20. Main event. Hold on. Let me put this away. 4, 3, 2, 2. Main event. All right, man. Y'all know what it is, man. You guys are now tuned into the Clout Consequences Podcast, formerly known as the Black Pill Podcast. Let's do it. Every move has a price, people. The question is, what is clout, okay? In slang, clout means power, influence, or status, especially in social media, referring to a person's ability to attract attention, gain followers, and impact trends through their online presence, content, or reputation. The big questions that remained is, are you considering the consequences, and are you willing to pay the price? Because fame is not free, okay? Clout and consequences, people. Influence will always come with receipts. Now, today's main event is a short one. Yes, sir. Today's main event is a short one. My mic is still trying to crump right now. Let me see. Today's main event is a short one, man. Jaidyn checks her baby daddy Blue about, what the hell's wrong with this mic? About asking their son inappropriate questions. And the question is, chat, let me pull myself up. The question is, at what age, or do you think parents should ask their kids what they like at a young age? When we say what they're like, first off, this is going to sound very PDF, but the reason why I'm having this conversation is because I hear all kind of things from parents now. So first things first, man, shout out to the kids, man. Shout out to the kids and shout out to the parents too. Now, you know, we all grown, right? We all grown, but we hear multiple things on the net, right? We hear all these different kind of stuff on the net where kids know what their sexual orientation is and all kind of shit. Yeah. So allow me to preface everything I say now by saying this first. I'm of the opinion that kids are kids and kids are going to do whatever they do and experiment because they have no clue what they're doing until they become aware of who they are. Like, for example, I'm smart. People tell me I'm smart. Sometimes I'll be like,
but what the hell, boy?
But yeah, I was pretty smart as a kid, but I didn't really have an understanding of life until, and even now I'm still learning. Like, I didn't have common sense. Like, common sense was not that common for me as a kid coming up. So I made a lot of dumb mistakes and I was like just unaware of a lot of shit. But besides the point, when it comes to kids, like I said, I feel like kids have no clue what they doing until they become aware of what they're doing. Like, maybe like I wouldn't say I even came online like as a brain until about like 3 years old. Like, I can remember back to when I was 3 years old and I first became aware that, oh shit, I'm alive. Like, I woke up from a nap one day. Just like the first house my parents had back when my dad and my mom was still together. Like yeah, bro. Yeah, I got really good memory, but that's as far back as I remember. Like, for example, Terrence Howard was just talking about him. This ninja said on social media, right? He said in an interview with some scientists that he can remember when he was in the womb. I was like, what? No way. I was like, no way. But yeah, I can remember when I came online, I was like 3. I just got woke up by my dad from a nap. I still remember the house. I remember we had white sheets. I remember it was like we had a wood floor. And I remember the light being in my face. And I was like, yo, this is me, you know? But we have Jaidyn Alexis pressing her baby daddy Blueface after asking his son if he's gay. Yep. And like I said, it's an interesting conversation because it's like, when do you have that conversation with your kids? Should you let them come to you first? Or do you ask them about it? Do you make them feel bad? Do you not? You feel me? Here we go. We're going to play the footage. Let us know what you're thinking in the comment section chat. And shout out to everybody who watches on the playback. Y'all let us know what it is too. Let's get it.
No. Because I don't want to.
Do they like you?
I don't want to.
Do they have a crush on you?
No.
No girls trying to talk to you?
No.
You're not gay, are you?
No.
Why are you talking about this right now?
Hey,
Why
we're
are you-
having barbershop men talk.
No.
What do you mean?
Why are you asking me dumbass shit like that?
What's weird about asking my son what he likes? What the hell?
All right, so yeah, long story short, short story long. He asked him if any girls like him at school. Then he proceeded first he asked him if he liked any girls at school, and he said no. And he said, does any girls like you at school? He said no, because I don't want to. And that's where I say where it's like, do you bring these conversations up with your kids, or do you allow your kids to bring up these conversations with you? Now, I'm not a parent. Shout out all the parents everywhere. If anything, I'm a dog dad. Yeah. But I will say, when I have kids in the future, my main thing coming up is a lot of stuff. Like, I was raised pretty good. Shout out to my people, man. Shout out to my people. That's how I'm able to portray as such. You know, sometimes I can get dark, you know, the deepest, darkest recedes of my psyche make me dark sometimes, no pun intended. But my parents did a pretty good job. But yeah, my main thing is when I have kids, I want my kids to be able to be comfortable telling me anything that's going on. And I'll tell them, like, when they start coming up and understanding, hey, no matter what you do, don't do no crazy shit though. But no matter what you do, I want you to be comfortable with telling me stuff. So that way you feel comfortable telling me versus telling somebody else who doesn't have your best interests at heart. So in this situation, it's like, do you ask your kids, you know, what they like, or you don't ask them what they like? I personally feel like you should let them tell you that when they feel comfortable telling you that. Cause we live in a different time now. So from what I heard with the parents is they are forcing, you know, and shout out to Daydem, Zimzer, and the LGBTQIA+. Y'all about to take this work right now. Don't beat me up. I ain't got no beef. But I'm saying I heard that they're teaching kids about this in elementary school and stuff, bruh. Yeah. And like I said, I was sheltered from the world, so I ain't even know about sex, about fornication. I didn't even know about fornication till maybe 10, 11, 12. And only because Ninjas was looking up corn in class talking about 2 girls, 1 cup and all this shit. Ew. And I was like, bro, what is that, bro?
Brother,
yeah, so I didn't even know that existed like that until I found out it existed. So yeah, with this situation, like I said, it's tough because I was a kid for a good little minute. But here we go.
Don't do that.
I need
right
to
now.
know.
Okay, but don't do.
So he said he needs to know. Hold up.
You be quiet. This is my son. What the fuck?
You sure?
Yeah. Am I? Should I be sure?
I don't know.
All right, so this is what the comments say. Hold up. Comments say, hold up, my bad, y'all. It says, this not the first time he asked his son this. Very weird, very strange. I completely understand why Jaidyn wants to be present at all times when they are visiting their dad, because he's wild as the F word. Because he's the one in the closet. The straights stay sexualizing their kids. Blue got to be a DL at this point. Kids should only have one focus, being kids. And yeah, I'm with that sentiment. Kids should have one focus, being kids. Like, the world's hard enough. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy being young until you have to pay bills and all this stuff and be an adult. Supervised visits, father or not, he would not be left unsupervised with my child. Jaidyn knows the time and place isn't on stream. Honestly, I think the question was valid. Kids know if they like girls or boys in the first grade. He can't ask his son if he's gay or if he likes girls. I'm confused. All I see is a bunch of women in these comments. A real father is supposed to have these talks with his son, just not on stream. I am of that opinion as well. So I'm a little bit on both sides of the fence. Big pause, because that sounded crazy. Yeah, so I feel like parents should have those conversations in private with their children. But like I said, parents got to make sure their kids are comfortable. So clearly his son is uncomfortable with this conversation, and that's why he's like, oh, no. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure he's stuck on video games. Like when I was a kid, I'm telling y'all, bro, even high school, and I had girlfriends in high school, bro. I wasn't even, like, I was thinking about, like, fornication, but I was so stuck on trying to play ball. Ball was life. Trying to play Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and all that, bro. I wasn't... And my friends just telling me all the stuff they doing. I'm sitting there like this. I'm like, yeah, for sure. But I had no idea what's going on. Blue trying to figure out if he gonna pass his rainbow ways down to his son. Is Blue playing for the same team? Cause he's overly obsessed with this topic. I stand with her. His mom said everyone that's saying he wrong ain't seen they daddy, ain't they kids, ain't seen theirs, and definitely need a haircut. I guess. Let me run it back. Hold up.
No. Because I don't want to.
Do they like you?
I don't want to.
Do they have a crush on you?
No.
No girls trying to talk to you?
No.
You're not gay, are you?
No.
Why are you talking about this right now?
Hey,
Why
we're having barbershop men talk.
No.
What do you mean?
Why are you asking me dumbass shit like that?
And look, ladies and gentlemen, this is a perfect example of why a mom and a dad is needed in the household. Okay? Now, I don't know about all this 50-50 or whatever, but it's a check and balance system because there's somebody that needs to get checked, and then after that, there's supposed to be a balance. So there's a soft check, hard check, whatever you want to call it, heat check. But yeah, a check and balance system is both parents in the household because one parent can be like, don't talk to him about that. Other parent could be like, he's my kid. And then the other parent can be like, he's my kid too, so you listen to me. And that makes everything better, right? Here we go.
What's weird about asking my son what he likes? What the hell?
Don't do that.
I need
right
to
now.
know.
Okay, but don't do.
Shout out to Jaidyn, Miss Jaidyn Alexis. She doing the damn thing. Yeah, man. I mean, I stand behind the line of let kids tell you that, but past that, you can't talk to your kids. But I would say come at it soft. And this is coming from somebody that's very straight to the point and blunt, right? Come at it soft because you know, your kids, at the end of the day, your kids want to make you proud. Your kids don't want to make mistakes. Your kids sitting there looking at you, trying to figure out how to be. So keep that in mind, okay? With that being said, like I said, we cutting it short, man. That's it for today's show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. You know, we back in here. Oh, tomorrow we might not actually be in here, bro. Damn. Yup. I got to do overtime tomorrow and Saturday. Saturday, I might be in here in the morning. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be in here. I'm probably not. I would have, but I just realized because I have some things I got to do. I got to help my people with some stuff. Shout out to my people out here. Past that, man, y'all know what it is, man. Watch your boy streams, man. You know, they got me demonetized. Watch your boy. I appreciate the love. Past that, we're going to turn this up all the way regardless. Fudge your feelings. But, yeah, man, let us know what you think. Do you think parents should ask their kids at what age what they like at a young age? You feel me? Let me repeat that. Chat, do you think parents should ask their kids what they like at a young age? We back in here tomorrow, man. Oh, no, we back in here maybe Saturday. Peace.